So Quibi making some big news here, announcing that your mobile video service is launching next April, has just solidified some major advertisers. Tell us about these ad deals and what it means for the company.
Yeah, well, you know, we are an ad-supported platform, and so today we announced 6 partners who will be our launch partners and our category-exclusive launch partners. And so it's P&G, it's Google, AB InBev, Pepsi, Walmart, and Progressive.
You did it. All right.
So tell us how much money you've secured here and what this says about your path to launch in about 9 months.
So we've secured about $100 million of advertising revenue against a budget of $150. We have $150 million of ad inventory to sell. And as I said, we've done them in categories. You know, CPG is P&G, insurance is Progressive. And so we have about 2 to 3 more categories to go. And of course, the studios, who are investors in our company, are also interested in buying advertising. So we're trying to put this all together. But I think 2 to 3 more categories, and we're taking a pause at the moment to make sure we've got enough inventory for the studios.
So it's definitely unusual to have these kinds of ad deals locked in so far ahead of a product even existing. But Jeffrey, tell me how your conversations here around the premium video products that you're creating reflect all the other issues that people are talking about here, such as brand safety, concerns about privacy, particularly when it comes to the digital duopoly, Facebook and Google.
Well, I think Mark Pritchard, who's the CMO of P&G, and really is sort of the gold standard setter, said it on stage here this morning with Meg and I, in which Quibi actually represents for him a singular, unique opportunity, one, to reach this millennial audience. It's getting harder and harder to find, in a safe, well-defined environment in which they can tell brand stories. We have some great innovations around the way commercials will play within Quibi, so that in the same way we have long-form stories that are told in chapters, they can tell a 1-minute story in 4 15-second chapters. It's very, very low ad load. So if in network TV you get 17.5 minutes of commercials in an hour, and Hulu you get 10 minutes in an hour, in Quibi it's 2.5 minutes. And so he looks at this to say, if this works, if we have gotten it right for him as an advertiser, there's no better place to be. And so having that endorsement, having him come in with us, as well as these 5 other of the biggest, most important brands in the globe, has just been a real boost.
So do you see the challenges that Facebook and Google are dealing with, both in terms of lots of talk about regulation, people calling to break them up, concerns about privacy regulation? Does that provide a bigger opportunity for you and your ad business?
I don't think so. And I don't think anybody's talking about breaking up Quibi yet, so we're doing all right here. So even we be in the same sentence with Google and Facebook, we're already a winner here. So I don't think, I think we are a very different flavor than them. I think the issues that they're dealing with really are, Meg from the outset has said things around data, the use of data, the what do you call it? Anonymized
data
on data are things that she's taken a very, very conservative path on here to, protect privacy. And I think those are all good things. And our advertisers have responded and understood that in the end, a great environment is actually valuable for them.
Sorry,
yeah, no, I was just going to say, I think one of the things that Mark Pritchard and the other CMOs of these companies also like is, yes, we are a completely brand safe environment. We curate everything that gets on the app. It is during those lean forward, on the go moments for the millennial audience, which is hard to reach, but also they are going to be co-creators of this platform. They all know exactly what they would do if they had a chance to do a new streaming platform from the start, and they've been helping us make a great platform for advertisers as well as a great platform for consumers.
No, you recently announced your pricing, $4.99 with ads for this subscription service, $7.99 without ads. That's a hair less than Hulu and their ad-supported service. How do you see your pricing for the subscription service competing, especially when you're introducing a concept that that's never even existed before?
Well, first is we think that about 75% of our customers will pick the $4.99 ad supported because, as Jeffrey said, it's a pretty low ad load, and our customers are millennials, and dollars matter to them. But we give the opportunity if you want the $7.99 version. And I think your question is, how do we know that people will sign up and pay? Well, of course, we won't know till we launch, but we have incredible content with a unique viewing experience that's mobile only, targeted to a use case that doesn't have this very high quality Hollywood style content. So, you never know till you launch, but we're encouraged by the feedback, the informal feedback we've gotten, the feedback we've gotten as we do user testing every single week now with the app, and there's some enthusiasm that's building.
Since you first set the stage for this product almost 2 years ago, the landscape has changed dramatically. We have Apple TV Plus launching a subscription service. You have Disney Plus getting ready to launch. Of course, you already have ESPN Plus, and we're still anticipating that there'll be launches from NBC Universal with ads. Warner Media is going to launch something both with ads and without ads. The landscape changes all the time. Is it making it harder, or will it make it harder for you to continue to secure the highest quality content?
So here's what I'd say. All the folks that you just mentioned are all doing long-form, living room-oriented content. We are doing quick bite content, short form. Everything on the app will be under 10 minutes. There'll be long form stories told in chapters, but these are quick bite contents for a completely different use case. We don't believe this is you get home at 7 o'clock and start watching Quibi. We think this is 7 in the morning till 7 at night on the go. You're commuting, you're waiting in the line at Starbucks for a cup of coffee, you're at a doctor's office, you're waiting for a meeting to start. And we know people are watching 60 minutes of video a day. And we're just going to expand that pie with a real alternative.
And Jeffrey, from your perspective, as all the companies that invested in you launch their own services, which, depending on how you think about it from a subscriber standpoint, are competing for subscription dollars, how do you stay ahead of that?
Well, I have to say, has really kind of been the wonderful thing about this, Julia, which is these partners have been supportive of us from day one. They continue. They see this as incremental. They don't see this as a zero-sum game that we're competing. We don't sit here today, and I don't think anybody would suggest that the television ecosystem is competing with the music ecosystem. They're, what Apple and Spotify do in music, you don't say, well, that's instead of Netflix or Amazon or Hulu, and it's just a completely different use case. And our belief has been from day one that there's about to be a third category. And that category is premium Hollywood quality content, Hollywood quality storytelling on the go on a mobile device. And so what happens, the battle in the living room for the television set and the disruption that is going on around that, again, it's amazing to step back and watch it, thrilled we're not involved in it. We're in a white space that is our own to lose.
And do you think that there will be other players that jump into this space, especially as all your investors launch their own versions of something that's more probably akin to a Netflix or a Hulu? But do you see them becoming a...
So listen, if we are successful here, and we believe we will be, there will most certainly be competition. I mean, think about it. There's 3 major networks at first. There was, Netflix and all these different competitors now. So we will certainly have competition. But we hope to be first. We hope to define the category, and we hope to have a first mover advantage.
Yeah, and just a final question. So much consolidation in this space. There's a lot of speculation that more consolidation among your investors, because all the media companies, your investors, are coming. How does that change things?
Well, so far it hasn't. And, I don't think there's anything that we see on the horizon right now that does anything other than, frankly, put more wind in our sail, whether it's 5G that's coming on to this, the enthusiasm. And you've seen in the last 4, 6, 8 weeks, Julia, a avalanche of talent and now projects and ideas. And I feel like for 6 or 8 months we were, kind of pushing that boulder up the hill. And it feels like we've gone to the other side of it now, and this thing has taken off. And the quality of talent and storytellers and filmmakers that everybody now wants to come play. We were submitted 185 projects last week.
And Meg, just give us a little sense of how the telco's big investment in 5G is going to impact you.
Well, remember, watching video today on your mobile is good. I think 5G helps it be great. And so I think naturally what 5G does is make video on your mobile even more attractive than it is today. And of course, our offering will be great for the telcos. So they're enthusiastic about our offering because they think it highlights their new technology innovation.